Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UCLA Bruins. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Sun Devils will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll run it from the gun. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got his man on the right. They've got him down at the 30 after he ripped off 15 yards.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. At the 35, he's open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, UCLA.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Back to pass, it's Agnew. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Turning it on! Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Spinderella. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
At the 45, on his way. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Sun Devils just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Leaves it with the running back. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Gives it on the option. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Agnew. Pocket breaking down. Connection to the right.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Going to the ground. What a job off front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Finds his back in the middle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, though.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
He's going to fire deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He'll do it himself. He'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the move. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A long way to go on fourth and goal. Looking to throw again. Under fire. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Out of the gun to give to the back. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This crowd with a bolt of energy on third and long. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Number one objective here, no turnover. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run play action. On the move to his left. Lets it fly on the move. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Taking it the other way. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Agnew. Gonna let it fly. Catch inside the 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spot. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think...
Into the secondary on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. TCU is running away with this one thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 18 over Utah. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Rushes on him. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Makes a move. Powers through. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pull the trigger and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted deep in his own end. Got room on the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He's got it. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Got a man. It's Reddick. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Looking for an open area to his left. Caught. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
And the Bruins line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Beebe. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the play fake. Floating away. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. They take the lead with the 6. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost his.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Back to pass, it's Agnew. Sends it downfield. Makes a catch on the left. Oh, he's getting ahead of... And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
flexibility to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cantrell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Off play action on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Bruins have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Give to the running back. Brings it to the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads it left. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Fires to the right. He's got it. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And the Bruins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Run it with the fullback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Agnew. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quick strike complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Touchdown, UCLA! They move on top here in the 4th. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. TCU is running away with things, and I'm not sure who saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 21 over Utah. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The hand to the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Agnew. Oh, they're after him. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Dropping back, it's Agnew. He's got it.
And now this is the time of the game where the clock's fighting against you, and you can only take so many shots like that and get no gain. We got to get out of bounds, or we got to waste timeouts. We got to be smart offensively in what we do here.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Buying some time. They get to him as he throws.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Working on the right. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He'll take the deep shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Dropping back, it's Agnew. Got his man on the outside. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And they'll try to win it right here with the 2-point conversion, and this crowd is electric trying to stop them. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Bettis. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He's taking the deep shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build, that confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.